interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Shamrocks of St. Louis.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now. Losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
To the sideline and incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A chance for Waddle on the return.
Fighting him off. There he goes, left side. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Lance. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
What's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team. but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
They'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Barkley inside handoff.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it as we resume action.
Gano out to kick this one away.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
3rd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's got his target. That's complete.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Lance now on 1st down. This taken in by Kincaid.
Touchdown!
Dalton Kincaid.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Shamrocks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The New York set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So 3 points left on the table thanks to a great play there on special teams. They just couldn't protect long enough, Charles, to get that kick away.
Yeah, special teams coaches aren't just simply there to applaud, right? And they're not just there to encourage. They're there to find weaknesses where you can go block the kick. Give them big credit for that one. Good scouting, and they executed it well.
And shedding a man at the 40. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Lance trying to urge his offense to go quickly.
From the 39,
Lance, they'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Throwing now is Lance. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. The Lance going to throw. Akers back-to-back catches.
Touchdown!
Cam Akers.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Shamrocks take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
That could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit too confident when the game's going along as it has been for him.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now Lance on the bootleg. That's out to the flat for Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Lance looking to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Second and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Lance now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's into space past the 25. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Akers becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Shamrocks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for them. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
That is caught, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. A give to Barkley out of the... And he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Pushes him over, and he's brought down after a very nice game. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a first and goal from very short range.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Blankenship out for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with the touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now out come the Giants.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There goes Sterling Shepard. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe.
Touchdown, Giants.
Paris Campbell from 6 yards away. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try to rise up and overcome it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown.
Cam Akers,
43 yards.
Shamrocks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good,
and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that one complete to Hodgins.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Now Jones on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Giants are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
After review of the play.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. everything, a timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle